So if you're feeling a lack of motivation to practice, or a lack of confidence performing on the stage, or maybe you're just feeling a lack of motivation for learning something new, like how to improvise or how to play altissimo on your instrument, there's a resource that I want to tell you about that I think will help transform your life and help you achieve what you want to achieve this year. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your music performance skills up to the next level. Now, what is this resource, you may ask? What is this magic pill that's going to help motivate me to practice more and to achieve everything I want? Well, it's not a magic pill, okay, but it's something that's going to help you reframe the way you think and create new habits that's going to help you achieve success in what you want to do. It's a book by Hal Elrod called The Miracle Morning, the 6 habits that will transform your life before 8 a.m. Oh, hold on, Donna. Before 8 a.m., are you crazy? I don't get up that early. I don't either. I am not a morning person, okay? But what made me drink the Kool-Aid on this was Hal Elrod's presentation at a recent business conference that I went to. Just the transformation that he made in his life, coming from a near-death experience. He was actually pronounced dead at a car accident. Coming from that, learning how to walk again, learning how to regain his memory back, to becoming someone who's helped hundreds of thousands of people all over the world, really actually inspired me. So I listened to his presentation, I took great notes, and then I bought the book, I read it, and I started to incorporate these 6 habits, and I think that this is definitely a game changer. Now, I am not a morning person, I already said that. You know, sometimes you have late night gigs and you're not getting in the door until 1 o'clock in the morning. To get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. is ridiculous, okay? But you don't have to do that even though it does say before 8 a.m., all right? Just using these 6 habits at any time during the day will help you. All right, well, what are these 6 habits? These 6 habits make up the acronym SAVERS, S-A-V-E-R-S. S stands for silence, A is for affirmations, V is for visualization, E is for exercise, R is for reading, and S is for scribing. I'm going to briefly describe each one and talk about how it can help motivate you and even boost your confidence. So the first one is S, it's silence. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of times I've got all these thoughts going on in my head and it's overwhelming. And just having even a minute of silence to help clear my head really helps me in accomplishing whatever task I need. So if you're the type of person that, you know, you feel kind of lost with your practice and you don't know what direction you want to go, you don't know what you want to achieve, take 1 minute, sit in silence right before your practice session, just try to clear your head, and then start to think about some of the things that you'd like to achieve. All right, the second part of this is affirmations. Now, this is the part, you may not be doing this right before you're practicing, but you'll do it as part of this routine. So an affirmation is a statement that you create and that you say out loud daily, and it's something that you want to achieve, whether it's in the near future or in the future. Now, some of you are thinking, you know, you're probably saying, I'm just going to say a statement out loud every day and it's going to happen. No, that's a part of it. The secret sauce behind this is that you're going to be saying this statement, you know, out loud daily, and you're going to start to come up with problem solving in your head and through, you know, reaching out to people on how to achieve that. So it starts the process going. You can't just say something and it's going to happen. You have to take action. That's the key thing. And with all my videos, I always say that as well, and many of the other folks that, you know, you watch the YouTube videos for, they say the same thing. You've got to take action. But the affirmations are the first step. So you may want to create an affirmation for a goal you may want to achieve. Let's say it's playing altissimo, right? You're having a hard time playing altissimo A. So you may make the affirmation, okay, in like 3 months' time, I'm going to be able to play that altissimo A consistently, and I'll be able to play it within like a line that I create, and I'll be able to play it, you know, with my band in public or, you know, in my practice room on a consistent basis. Okay, something like that, maybe a little bit better than that. All right, but affirmations are really powerful, but you have to keep in mind that you can't just say something, it's going to happen. You have to take action. The next step, visualization. This goes along with the affirmations. So whatever you want to achieve, you want to imagine yourself in that situation doing the thing that you want to do. Now, you're not just sitting there like eating popcorn, watching yourself doing this. No, you're closing your eyes and you're imagining yourself as if you were there, experiencing everything that you would experience, experiencing all the senses that would happen. You know, like, for example, playing on a large stage with, you know, a well-known performer. So that's what I did. I visualized myself playing with particular performers. And I did this routine for about 2 years. And it turned out I wound up playing with that person on a couple of gigs. And it was exactly as I visualized. I visualized the stage. I visualized the packed house. I visualized the heat of the lights. I felt it. Okay. I visualized myself playing with the band and how they reacted to certain things that I played and how I reacted to them. And it all came true. All right, that's how powerful this stuff can be. Next step is E for exercise. No one likes to exercise. Well, mostly no one. Now, some of you may be saying at this point, I don't have time for all of this. Well, I'm going to give you a little secret at the end of all these habits that's going to really help change that thinking so that you will be able to fit this in. All right, so exercise. What's the goal of exercise? Some of you may be saying to get fit, to get healthier. That is a big part of it, but it's also to help clear your mind. See, when you exercise, when you do some kind of, you know, cardio type of thing, you're getting the blood flowing, all right, throughout your entire body. It helps to clear your head. It helps you to think. A lot of times if you're stuck on something, if you just go outside, take a walk for a little bit, when you come back to that task, it's going to be much better. Your head's going to be clearer. You're going to be able to think better and be able to achieve what you want. So let's say, for example, you're in the practice room and you're having a rough time trying to, you know, connect 2 chords in a song. And you tried over and over again. Put the horn down, put your instrument down, and go outside, just walk around the block or something like that. If it's bad weather, then just go to a room in your house and just walk in place for a minute. Okay, clear your head, and then come back. And chances are you're going to have a little bit more success with connecting those chords or whatever you may be wanting to achieve in that practice session. The next habit is R, which stands for reading. Now again, some of you are going to say, I don't have time to read. All right, well, I'm going to get to that portion in a minute. But what do you read? Read things that are going to help you learn something, that are going to expand your knowledge. Hey, fiction books are great, but that's not part of this process. All right, so for example, a few months ago I read the book Everything is Figure-Outable by Marie Forleo, and I had talked about that in a recent video. And that book was really transforming for me. I read The Miracle Morning. This book was definitely transformational for me, all right, and also for my students and for you, because me exposing you to this, I think will really help you. Right now I'm reading The Underdog Advantage by Dean Graziosi, another great book. Read books that are, whether it's self-development or historical books or biographies of people that you admire, you'll learn something from that. Because really, we don't really reinvent the wheel, okay? It's usually been done before, and if you read about other people's experiences, it's going to help you. The last step, S, stands for scribing, and that means journaling. That means writing things down. And so you're probably asking, what do I write down? Well, you're going to start off probably just writing down whatever thoughts come into your head, but what I find that helps me, I write down ideas for videos, ideas for pieces of music that I want to play, approaches that I want to take, ideas for, you know, people that I want to reach out to, that I want to perform with, anything that comes to mind. I also write down, you know, 3 things that I'm grateful for every day, you know, that happened the other day or that will happen. You know, so you could write down whatever you want, but do that journaling step, because I got to tell you, you're going to find out a lot about yourself, and it's going to help you reveal certain things that will help you solve certain issues. Now, in Hal's book, he talks about how he spends 10 minutes on each of these habits for a total of 1 hour, and he does this every morning. Well, for those of us that are not morning people, you don't have to take a full hour, and you don't have to get up so super early in the morning. Many of the most famous people, the most successful people like Oprah, like Brendan Burchard, those folks do get up early in the morning and they do have a sacred routine that they follow, okay? But you don't have to do that. To start with, you could maybe start on one of these habits. Maybe start with the silence part, Maybe just take a couple minutes every day and just sit in silence. And then maybe a few days later, add the affirmations. Maybe a few days later, add the visualizations. You could do it that way. But another thing that you can do that Hal talks about, you can make a 6-minute routine. Spend 1 minute on each. Now, some of you are thinking, well, how am I really going to get any kind of transformation from that? Well, you're not going to know until you start, all right? One of the things that we always say, take action. You know, I said before about affirmations. Affirmations are not going to happen until you take action from them. You got to get it out there, write it down, and then take action on it. 1 little step per day. So again, Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, The 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life Before 8 a.m. I think this is a great book. Definitely get it. I'm recommending it to you because I feel it's helped me, and I know it's going to help you. But I really think that this is a great transformational book, and what a great time of the year to read something like this and start to change some of the habits that you have into ones that are going to make you feel more motivated. And also, the side effect of that, it's going to boost your confidence. Remember how I spoke about how I visualized performing with these big name players and stuff, and it came true? Well, when I eventually was on that stage, you know, with those big name performers, I'd done it hundreds, thousands of times in my head, so that when I was on stage, I did it already. So I wasn't as nervous as I would be if maybe I didn't visualize it before. All right, that's the power of a morning routine and following something like this. Okay, so again, the link is in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. I'd love to know if you do buy this book, if you do start to follow the 6 habits, let me know in the comments below. On that note, thanks for joining me. Take care. Have a great day.